Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Quant. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Okay, so there's still a couple of options here for the Quant. And basically we have we've gone over a few of these within the previous videos. So at the moment, I am still thinking that it is likely we could see a bit more of a push to the downside here. So I am looking for this potential to actually get this teal ABC move here playing out. And the way I'd be looking at it is effectively that this would be a WX and a Y into this low for that A wave, and then potentially we're looking for this possibility to get a B wave retracement to this 154 to this 140 zone. So this is still possible for the moment. We don't have a lot to go off of this current move to the upside, but it is starting to move up here in what does seem to be forming a sort of impulsive structure. So what we'd be looking out for is the potential to actually get a bigger three-wave move up into this zone. However, there are a few things that I want to mention about that. Obviously, we do have this trend line to the downside, which we've been retesting on the way down here. If we did move up to this zone of this 133.6, I'd start to be careful again. You could see further rejection off of this, which could lead to an additional sell-off and actually look to take us directly down towards this zone, where this becomes an A, a B, and then we have a connector wave in here. So this would just be a big WXY rather. This would be a ABC, connector wave, A, B, and C. And if we did see that move, potentially we could look to sell off directly down here, in which case what we'd be looking for then, that 1-to-1 would actually be more towards this zone of this 114.7. So that would be looking at this as a WXY. However, if we do actually look to push up higher here for this B wave, and we're actually taking this point into account, this would then change this target, obviously a bit lower. So that's where this lower target comes from. So we're going to give it a bit of space and see how this plays out. So this is looking for that bearish potential that we have completed a B wave up here, and that we are potentially looking for this C wave or Y wave to the downside. So this could, I mean, I am looking at it as an A, B, and a C. So currently we don't really have the structure, but if we start to develop five-wave moves here to the downside, the problem is, given the current structure, it would be hard to try and count it. There would have to be some kind of extension that's going on in here, and then this would have to start to break down more, where this then becomes a 1-2. Potentially, then we'd say that somewhere within here there's an extension for a third wave, fourth and fifth, then we'd get a bigger fourth and a fifth, something like that. But we don't really have that structure to go on at the moment. And if we have a look at these internal moves here, at the moment, everything is quite choppy and overlapping. So the way that have been looking at this is basically that the way I was looking at it is that basically within this structure, we had a W, X, Y, X, and then a Z into this low. So basically a triple zigzag to the downside here. So if we do start to push down deeper here, the zone that I'd be looking for to sort of confirm this would be actually looking to drop down past this zone of this 115. Though really we would have to say that the extension would be here, if that's the case, and we're looking for extension to the downside. So I mean, we'd have to fail to take this high, and then also look to push down towards this 108.6. If we wanted to start to argue that we're getting some extension within here, then we could look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'd have to put in the fact that there's potentially another 1, 2 here, and then we'd have to start factoring in some of these other moves from further back here then. But yeah, for the moment, it doesn't really have that structure. And if we do start to take some of these X waves, then we can be looking for that potential for this B wave up here. This B wave, well, like I said, three-wave move up into this zone, looking for rejection at that 154.1 to this 140.2. If, however, we do push up past this 154.1, we need to be aware that we do have that potential bullish option, and that we could either still be within this B wave and we could be looking to push up higher into this zone, or alternatively, we could be following the bullish option that we went over in some of the previous videos, where we're looking for a bigger five-way structure up. Okay, so let's talk about that fact that the B might be incomplete. So if the B is incomplete, potentially what I'd be looking for within this, the only problem with this is it becomes quite large in comparison to this first wave here. And this, when we start to get moves that are like this out of proportion, it starts to make less sense. That's why if this is going to break down and this is going to be an A, B, and a C, I'd like to see this actually start to happen now. A move to the side like this would probably indicate something else is going on, and that potentially we're setting up some ones and twos within here, and then actually looking for a bigger structure, or this would just become a bigger ABC. But I don't think it would then be part of this corrective move. This would have to be then potentially a flat or something from here as an A, a B, and a C, then this would be a B wave, and then that proportion would fit better. So I mean, this is still possible. So if we do actually look to push up higher here, I've gone down off of these lower areas here because I was looking for that potential that we actually get a further rejection, but there's nothing really indicating it at the moment. Um, we've sort of met that criteria of that one to one. No, we haven't. So, I mean, we haven't met the one to one of this move. If I throw this up, so the one to one's actually a bit lower here, which would be towards this zone of this 115 point 0.9. So if we did move down towards this 115.9 area, that would actually put us right bang on that 0.618 retracement, which would be this 116.3. So, be right in that zone. So if we do actually move down into this zone of this 116 to 114, then I would be looking for that potential to have a bounce here. And then once again, like I said, it becomes important if we manage to take these highs. If we fail to take these highs, what we can get is just we can just continue to the downside here in a more corrective structure where this becomes an A, B, and then that's C. So we're going to have to give it a bit of space. However, if we do start to take these highs, what we could be looking for is a bigger move up here towards this 198, and that would be looking at this, like I said, as an ABC pattern. Looking for this to come up into this move here, potentially in a five-wave move. However, it could also develop in a three-wave structure, and this could be a W, X, and a Y. So that's what I'm keeping an eye out. There's nothing really indicating it at the moment, and we'd have to start taking these highs for this to become a viable count. So now, as with this one, we have the possibility of that five-wave move to the upside, which we were talking about for a while now, where we were looking at that possibility. We're setting up for a bigger structure here, where this becomes a 1-2 and another 1-2 here. And then we'd be looking for this move to move up towards this 259. So for the most part, this is fine as long as we manage to hold this 101. We haven't crossed this 786 line here, which would be this 112.3, and we are starting to get a reaction off of here. So basically, the wave, as a wave 2, we've come down to that 0.618, actually into this golden pocket. And we are starting to move away from here. So it'll be interesting to see whether we start to develop five-wave structure. If we develop a five-wave structure up here, then what we'd be looking for would be a retracement down, potentially coming back and retesting some of these zones, and then looking for that bigger move up. Though, like I said, we'd only get confirmation by a much bigger move here towards this 259 area, and that would mean we'd still have to overcome this channel line as well that we've been sort of moving within. If we came back up here and we sort of and we retest the top of this channel, but only in a three-wave structure, that could be then that A, B, and then we actually look for that deeper corrective move to the downside. So for the most part, I mean, we can argue that we've moved into this zone and we are potentially looking that like we're moving up in a five-wave move here. We can argue that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'd be looking for a fourth wave. So if we are looking for that possibility, what we'd be looking for here, I would be looking for basically getting a retracement back down towards this 122.6 to this 123.02. And that would be looking at this potentially as a 1, 2. This would all be a third wave, a fourth, and then a fifth wave up. So we can argue that this could have potentially been here already, but I mean, yeah, no, I'd say that it would still need to play out. Though if we're going to look at this move like this, we can't cross this zone of this 122.02 with this fourth wave. So we'd want to see this actually come back down here now in a three-wave move and then look for this fifth wave to the upside. So this fifth wave target off of that 0.382 would then be looking to target out towards this 126.7 to this 125.8. So you might find that this fifth wave actually looks to retest some of these areas here, um, maybe this higher end of it, and then actually look to break down from there. And then what we'd be looking for if we do move up to this zone is looking for that retracement back to the downside. And what that would be looking for is if I just throw this up here, let's go into these highs and down onto there. Let's go to there. So if we do come back and challenge these high points here, potentially what we could be looking for is then a retracement back down towards this 50% to the 786 zone. So that would be 120 to this 123 zone. So this would then be our area that we were looking for that support to come in. Failure to hold this zone, and coming down in, for instance, a bigger five-wave move would also change that idea. If we came down in a bigger five-wave structure, it would validate that move. So, we'd want to see a move back off of these highs, off of this fifth wave completion, back down into these zones. Potentially this 50% could be an interesting zone. Alternatively, lower down towards that 618 and that 786 if we get a deeper move. And then from there, we could look to start building the move. At the moment, we don't really have much structure to go off of. We just have a three-wave move. We still haven't completed an additional fourth and fifth wave here. If we do get this fourth and fifth, then now we can look for at least that possibility of, if nothing else, we might get a zigzag here where this becomes an A, we get a B, and then we get a C wave. But really, we need to just watch these highs. If we fail to break through these zones, this could just be a connector wave here, and then actually we just look to break down again, and then actually look to take this low that we set here at this. What is this area? This zone here of this 119.1. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple of potentials here. We do have that possibility. We could look to rally here, but really we've got to just bear in mind we have also lost this channel. A back test of this in a three-wave move would indicate to me we're probably going to see further rejection here. So we're going to have to just give it a bit of space and see what happens. If we do get back into this channel, potentially that would be a good sign. If we do move back up into here, find support and then look to move away again. But then, yeah, in the same text, like I said, we'd also have to be aware we have this other channel sitting up here towards this high at about 165.1. Where we could actually still get rejection. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those rejection areas that we talked about in the other options, in the more bearish ones, where we're looking for that breakdown potential. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below, and also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. In the description you'll also find affiliate links for both Prime XPT and BYBIT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel. Everyone, have a great weekend. See you in the next video. Take care.